Well, 'twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Possibly because this is December 2022 and they were all on strike. What do we want? More cheese, better cheese, inflation-busting cheese, and less cats, especially the Tory fat cat kind. Things are now so Christmas crackers that none of us would be surprised to learn that Santa himself, downing his sack and joining his one-time arch-enemy, the Grinch, or Mick, as his mates call him, on the picket line. He's not, of course, kids, because Santa doesn't do humbug. And you know what? Nor should we. Today's news warns us again of prices soaring, the economy tanking, and even worse, Mrs. Brown's boys are back on telly. Planes, trains, automobiles, reindeer are all screwed. Those of us who miraculously survived summer's killer heatwave from hell, remember that week, are now being told that we're about to freeze or drown in biblical level floods. I mean, come on, they literally have told us stepping outside our own homes risks possible death, haven't they? I mean, come on, we've heard that before somewhere. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? Kind of like the constant scaremongering fed to us during the pandemic. You know, where the only scenario was the worst case one, where politicians of all hues deliberately set out to terrify and traumatise an entire population. And we all know the consequences of that one. Now we have a new winter of discontent. Because, let's be honest, that's what it is, isn't it? Unions whose members have very little common job-wise are deliberately coordinating industrial action to cause as much harm as possible. Suspicious behaviour at best, dangerous at worst. Are they fighting for their workers or playing a political game to bring down a government they despise? If ever we needed three wise men, it's now. Sadly, we seem to have ended up with the donkeys. All of this is designed to grind us down, to make us believe that we are helpless, that our country is finished, to leave us so vulnerable we'll believe any old tosh we're told. Well, you know what? What has never been on strike in this country? And that's our fighting spirit. Those of you of a certain age, possibly myself included in this one, will have been through far worse than this before. And guess what? It passed. Everything does. Daring to call Britain great these days is very probably racist, because most things are, aren't they? Including milk at one point, I think. But no matter what life has thrown at us, we do survive, and we should never, ever forget that. OK, things could be better. Most places in the world could after a global pandemic. But what's worse? Facing tough times with a glass half empty or a glass half full. They, not sure who they actually are, but they want you to play the blame game and wallow in your own self-pity. It's called divide and conquer. They don't want you rolling up your sleeves, gritting your teeth and fighting back. But come on, we are all so much stronger than you think. So much more resilient. We are still all great Brits. Because if we weren't, why would so many migrants be willing to risk their lives to come here? So make sure you do have a Merry Christmas, no matter what they tell you, folks. And those of us who want downtrodden despairing can make like the turkey and go get stuffed.